All right. Already got a chat box going. Good morning. Here we go. Okay. So my very first Thanksgiving that I attended after I was an IMA was in 2011. I was an IMA. Then I decided, you know what? While I'm at Thanksgiving, I'm going to talk to some people. Now, some of you are of the belief that mixing business with Thanksgiving is a no-no. And other people don't care. Other people think it's necessary because it's our family, and who do we care about most is our family. So I talked to him. Now, this was not my family Thanksgiving. This was Vanessa's family Thanksgiving. So while I was, I'm new to the family, new to things, still young, and you got to remember too, because when I joined, I decided I'm not going to shave my beard until I close on a profitable deal. So here I was at a Thanksgiving dinner of someone else's family with this ridiculous facial hair, but I had a big smile. I had a good attitude. I knew what value I wanted to add. And so while I was sitting there, sitting across, it's buffet style. So I went to the table, grabbed a bunch of food, and I went and sat down. And I sat down across the table from a guy named Brad. So Brad didn't really ever have a conversation with me before. But we're sitting down at the table, and I say, "Hey, Brad, how's it going?" "Hi, Brad, how's it going?" Right? We got our food and stuff here, and we're eating. There's other people hanging out. But I'm looking at Brad. Brad's looking at me. And he's going, "What the hell is on your face?" But he doesn't say it. So I say, "Hey, Brad, how's it going?" And then I said this question. This is an opener. So real quick, if you guys remember the master formula, 3 feet, 3 C's, opener, ABC, invite, follow up, afto, a bam fam. That's our equation. So that's what I did. I got within 3 feet of someone. I gave him a complaint. Then I asked him an opener, or not a complaint, a compliment. Then my opener was, do you feel like you pay too much in taxes? Hey, Brad, how's it going? It's a beautiful day today, isn't it? Yeah, I'm so glad you're here. Hey, I got a funny question. Okay, shoot. Do you feel like you paid too much in taxes? And while he's eating, right, he's looking at his food, and as soon as I finish that question, all of a sudden he's ready to make eye contact with me. And he's like, yes. Why? Okay, so I got him. I got him intrigued. Did you feel like you paid too much in taxes? Yes. Now, he wasn't super friendly about it, but he was intrigued. I don't need them to be friendly. I need them to be intrigued. So Brad's intrigued. And I say, well, the reason I ask is because I just learned that you can invest in real estate with your retirement account. And I want to help people pay less in taxes doing real estate investing. And he says, oh no, real estate investing is not for me. And I said, well, I know it's not for most people. However, people who get involved in real estate pay less in taxes. That's one thing I do know. And I want to help people pay less in taxes while doing real estate. So I'm going to a workshop in 3 weeks. It was our last event for December, and we had an intensive going on. And here I am inviting him at Thanksgiving. Right, so I'm telling my opener about, and that was a week opener or a week ABC. I get it, but at the beginning, I was still learning. I wasn't telling people that they need to change or die like a punk. I wasn't doing that yet. I was doing generic ABCs. Well, I help people pay less in tax so they can get into real estate investing. And I'm going to a workshop in 3 weeks. It's taught by a CPA, and he's going to show us how we can pay less in tax. It's $50 to come. Why don't you come with me? Now, it's interesting that Brad lived 2.5 hours away from the meeting. 2.5 hours, a whole different part of Utah, almost to Idaho. And I invited him, and I followed up, made sure he was going to the meeting. Now, he even told his sister-in-law, Geraldine, oh, I'm not going. Oh, that event? No, I can't go. And so then Geraldine called me, and she's like, oh, no, our guy, he said he's not going to go. I said, well, he didn't tell me he's not going to go, so I'm just assuming he's still going. So that Thursday before the Saturday, I said, hey, Brad, looking forward to seeing you Saturday morning. Just remember, here's the address, drive safe. And then Friday afternoon, text him again, hey, Brad, I got lunch plans made for us. So when you get here Saturday, don't worry about lunch. I'll see you soon. Now, again, you guys got to remember, I'm not friends with him. I haven't really met him. I haven't really interacted with him that much. But I decided I'm going to be incredibly valuable to this family. And so even though all the little voices in my head were saying, what's he going to say? This is kind of weird. What if? I wanted to be more valuable than be controlled by my fear. What do you want to do? You want to be valuable or controlled by fear? That was the question I'd ask myself. And, sometimes when you ask people, it really makes them cry. It's one of those things. Okay, so when I ask myself, what do I want to be? Do I want to be controlled by fear or valuable? I'm like, duh, I totally want to be valuable. And then the next voice said, okay, then open your mouth and talk to this guy. Hi, Brad. You feel like you pay too much in taxes? And he looks up slowly at me. Yeah, why? Well, I just learned that if you invest in real estate, you could pay less in taxes, and I want to help people do that, right? Like, it was such a weak whole setup. I didn't have a whole big training system to plug into practice. Back in 2011, it was not the amazing system we have today. So Friday's there. I say, Brad, I'm excited. I got lunch covered. I'll see you there. Well, he replied back, awesome, great, thanks. I'll see you there. Oh, yes, so excited. So then he gets to the meeting, sits through it, takes some great notes, go to lunch, and say, do you see now, Brad, why I'm so excited to invite you? Well, he's super thrilled because he finds a way to get such a good tax savings that his wife can quit her job. His wife can quit her job. So Uncle Brad learns to pay such little in tax that the extra money that they needed from their job is no longer relevant because the extra money came from the tax savings. So now Aunt Sue's doesn't need a job, and now I'm even more valuable to the family. I'm still this new guy in the family. Right? This is Vanessa's and Geraldine's family. But I'm focusing on being valuable, so valuable that they can't ignore me anymore. So now, when Aunt Suze tells her three other sisters and the other uncles what happened with her and Brad, just from one class learning that stuff. So, of course, what do? I asked for the order, and then I asked for the order, and then I asked for the order. And what I did is I leveraged another person on my team to help me with the follow-up. So I booked a meeting from a meeting, and I asked for the order. And I booked a meeting from a meeting, and after 3 follow-ups, he finally decided to pay. So then we had our OEP and our payday. So it took about 6 weeks from the time I invited him to the time I got paid. And in those 6 weeks, I just focused on adding value. How can I add more value to Brad? How can I help him with this? How can I help with that? And I just started thinking about how can I be more valuable. Okay, then throughout that year, we got to work. We got to work, did some fix and flips. He set up his retirement account. He started doing the things and the stuff that he learned. And guess what? Our next Thanksgiving dinner was so different. It was so different. Instead of him looking up from his plate, and instead of me having this ridiculous beard, we both had money on our mind. We both started talking more about how we're going to retire sooner. And more of the family started showing up saying, well, hey, what about this? What about that? I want to start a business. How do I pay less in tax? And now everyone's sitting around eating Thanksgiving, talking to us about this new thing. So it changed. It totally changed. I turned it all around. So what are you going to be doing at your dinner? Depends on where you are and who's going to be there. I know not every situation is exactly like mine. However, I do know what's very common is people's mindset when it comes time to go and talk to somebody. Sometimes they are controlled by fear instead of focusing on being valuable. That's what we got to do here. So just follow the master formula. 3 foot, compliment, create curiosity, get your opener, your ABC, drop the invite, do your follow-up, ask for the order, book a meeting from a meeting, and have your order entry party. It's pretty awesome. If I can do it, you can do it. And I'd already told you my setup, right? It wasn't my family, and I had a beard. So different. Okay, so now some of you don't plan on going to your family's Thanksgiving thing. Maybe you live in a different part of town. Well, good. It's time to make new friends anyway. So a lot of times when we tell people about our marketing plan and we say, yeah, it's so easy, just talk to your warm markets. And people go, I don't want to talk to my warm market because I don't want them to be mean to me, or I don't want them to judge me or something. Well, what we're saying when we say warm market is people you know. That's it. People you know, not just your family, not just your uncle, okay? People you know. So then when I ask our new marketers, our new IMAs, all right, who do you know that wants to get into real estate, right? Here we are. We're getting into real estate. We're making entrepreneurs, making money. Who do you know that wants to do this with us? And they say, oh, I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody. I don't know. Well, besides, I want to help my mom and my uncle, but besides that, I don't know anybody. And I don't want to talk to my warm market. And they just think their warm market is made up of their uncles and their aunts, and that's it. Well, if you haven't talked to your aunts and uncles, quit being a selfish jerk and tell them how they could pay off their house and pay less in tax, and then move on. But next is, okay, people you know. Well, then this is what I hear a lot of the time. Well, the people I know are not people I want to do business with, right? They're closed-minded. They're rotten apples. They're just bad apples in the bunch. I don't want them in my business. I don't want to talk to my warm market. I know you said warm market is a great strategy, but I don't like them. They're rotten people. Okay, well, there's a very easy solution. If our goal is to talk to people we know and all you know are a bunch of jerks, then maybe we should change who we hang out with and how we spend our time. So there's a very simple change. Very simple. Super muy más fácil. Super simple. Very easy. All right, sharing my screen here. That should be working. Maybe. Share. Is it working? Oh, it is working. Good. Okay, so here I am at Meetup, meetup.com. So if I click on Explore here, well, it's going to remind me, since I'm hosting a meetup, saying, hey, your next meetup. Yes, okay, thank you for my next meetup. But what I want to do is I want to explore. So I got to change it to my Denver area. Here we are, Denver. Okay, and guess what? I just got a dog. Dogs. So I just type in dogs. Sorry, we couldn't find any matching meetups. Whatever. Puppy. What if I put puppy? So I have it set to 50 miles within Denver. Puppy. Here we go. We got Tiny Tots. Oh, we got puppy class with Beth. We got puppy class with Angela. Oh, got some more puppy. Okay, well, guess what? My dog is within this 4-month range. He's 14 weeks. So what if I go click on here? Oh, my shit, there's some puppies. Okay, Tuesday morning. Well, I don't go to Salt Lake on Tuesdays anymore, so I could totally go to this. Please read this message in its entirety. Oh, this group is donation-based. All right, so I can donate $10. Go make some friends. I got to pay to go to puppy class anyway. All right, please bring your records, bring some treats, bring a leash, bring your poop bags. All right, if you want to bring a kid. All right, so I just read my rules. Okay, you know what? I think I could go to this. This will be fun. So I'm going to join the wait list. See? Then they put this little questionnaire in front of me. What's the name of your puppy? How old is he? Oh, his name is Rupert. Oh. And how old is he? 14 weeks. Okay, you just go right through it. Get registered. And then get involved. What's your favorite thing about your new puppy? His hair. It's cute hair. Is there anything we should know about your puppy? He loves puppies. Are you a first-time dog owner? Nope. How did you find out about us? Meetup. Well, that was easy. Boom. Now, guess what? When I go, I will be making new friends. Guess what? New friends are your warm market. New friends are your warm market. So all I did was just type in puppies. It's one thing. It's one thing about me that I like. Puppies. Well, now I got a whole new group of people that I'm going to know that are oriented to the thing that I like. So now I got this new group of people, my new warm market, these new people I know. I could go and tell them. And guess what? I'm looking for red apples. I'm looking for those juicy, delicious red apples and green apples. People who are open, new ideas. They like to do meetups. And then guess what I could tell them? I'm like, dude, I bring my dog to this other meetup. You don't get to bring your dog because it's not your meetup, it's mine. But I bring my dog to mine. Why don't you come to my meetup? And now we're building up a whole new warm market. Brand new, brand new. Whole new group of people. So if you have a not so desirable warm market, over the next 90 days, you should go build a new one. You should go make friends with 100 new people. Now we got to create some characteristics and some qualities about these people so that we don't just keep finding unqualified folks. So what are some characteristics? Why don't you type in the chat box, what are some characteristics? If you were going to a meetup, what would you look for? What about a new person would catch your eye and say, you know what, I'm gonna work with these kind of people. You know, so when I sit down with Vanessa and we talk about the kind of people we want, we look for motivated. We look for self-starters. We look for someone who has a sense of humor and can take a joke. I look for someone who is friendly. I look for someone who is open-minded. I look for someone who has some self-discipline so they can work from home. Okay, I look for, oh cool, we got some chats. What's going on? What are you looking for? Looking for someone who's smiley. All right, Mike Huntsman, you got it, smiley. Right, someone who's warm or open, someone who just wants to talk. Okay, EC says he wants someone who's charismatic. All right, so the most popular person in the room. Who else are you looking for? Someone who's focused, goal-oriented, right? They know what they want to accomplish in life. Okay, maybe you want to find someone who's self-employed so that you can show them exactly how Renatus can change their life instead of talking to an employee and saying, hey, become self-employed. What if you already talk to self-employed people and say, hey, become a business owner? Okay, faithful, driven, coachable. That's got to be at the top, right? Coachable, open to new ideas. So now when you have your list of people that you want to bring into your business, the type of clients that you want to serve, so I want you to be thinking about it is the type of clients you want to serve. It's more than just making a customer. We have client relationships. So now you go to Meetup, you say, all right, universe, send me some red and green apples. And by red and green, what I mean is these characteristics right here. Make sure these people come and talk to me at the meeting. Make sure to give me that little voice in my head that says, go talk to that person. And now it's just time to make friends. It's seriously just time to make friends. That's it. Make some friends. Now, this week, if you go, today, tomorrow, Wednesday, you'll make some friends who don't have Thanksgiving plans. They don't have something to do on that Thursday. So depending on how you kick it off with them, you might invite them to dinner. It depends. Okay, Rebecca says empowering, sense of humor, coachable, go-getter, genuine, right? Genuine, authentic. They're not trying to put on a show. They want to be themselves, be real, be with you, and authentically grow a business. Okay, so now you're going to go make friends. That's what we do. We make friends. Now, because you have friends, when you invite them to the next thing, you're inviting a friend and not a prospect. When there's a lunch, when there's a Super Saturday, when there's a house tour, you're just texting your friends. You're not trying to be this marketer person who, you got to have this certain reputation and you got to control your customer's experience 100%. Maybe online you have to do that, where they click on an ad and they have to see congruence from the ad to the copy to the email to the phone call to the next video. You got to have all that congruency to be this expert. Well, yeah, online you do, but out in the meetup world, out making friends, you don't have to be. You just got to be you. Just got to be you, making friends, right? And as a friend maker, you could totally screw up. You could totally make mistakes. You could totally do all these non-salesy sales things, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter nearly as much if you're meeting them face-to-face, because they like you for you. They don't care about your ad or your video because you met them as your friend. Okay? So what else do we want to find out about? What else? What other fun stuff can we do? What if I want to, what if I just want to look up and go on some snow hikes? Is that a thing? People do snow hiking in Denver? Maybe I just put hikes. All right, let's go on a hike. Oh, okay. Well, let's see. That's Tuesday. That's Wednesday. That's Saturday. I want to go on a hike. So I could go, oh, here we go. It's probably under sports and fitness. Oh, and I'm going to click on group instead of calendar, and it's going to make it look a lot easier to understand. If you switch the view from group, turn it off from calendar and switch it over to group, it'll be a lot easier. So we got soccer clubs. Oh, there we go. Ski board, hike, bike, dive, and all activities. Wow. The Denver West activities, volleyball. Oh, we got gay dodgeball. If I wanted to do that, I could totally do that. Flag football, running. So that's just sports and fitness. What about book clubs? See, a lot of you already read a boatload of books and you listen to a boatload of books. So why don't you go to the book club? People say, oh, what book are you reading? Oh, I'm reading the 7 Financial Cheat Codes. And right after that, I'm going to read Mindset to a Millionaire. And right after that, I'm going to read the 5-Day Weekend, right? And you just start dropping books about the people you know. But go and find a club. Parker's Random Acts of Reading. Oh, that looks fun. So we've got the book exchange, what we're about. We're a book club here to discuss books, delving deeper than just reading independently. That was created by Diane. Okay. Well, 4 people are going on December 19th. Well, Wednesday's my meeting, so I'll have to find a different one. But this is all you do. A few minutes a day, spend time on Meetup, because you got to build a new warm market. You got to build a warm market of red and green apples, not of rotten apples. So it's time for you to go and build, find, focus on clients. Okay, have this professional attitude that you show up with. Okay, you are a professional. So professionals have professionals book appointments. They have BAM fam. So in your mind, as you're looking for people, you still have this professional attitude, but you're still there to have fun. You're still there to make friends. And when people see that you're serious and you are a professional, they're going to want to work with you. Yes, snow hike, snowshoeing. Yes. I got to be more accurate with my searching. But I got a dog who loves to go in the snow, so why not go in the snow with people who love to go in the snow? And then while we're hiking and there's physical activity, people start talking more, start sharing more. People start connecting more. So it's up to you. How are you going to spend your week? right? Remember my story about Brad and Thanksgiving? How are you going to go about that? Do you feel like you paid too much in taxes? I just learned. I'm here to be valuable. Remember the master formula? And it's time to build our warm market. So what do you like doing? I know some of you are into IT and you're into programming. So go find the programmers are us meetup. Go learn more about that. Who are you looking for? What kind of people? What attributes and characteristics? See, in a matter of a month or two, you really could build a huge list of new people, brand new folks, who all they know about you is what you told them. The only thing they know about you is you're a business owner or you're a real estate investor or you're a debt annihilator or you're a tax strategery person, whatever. All they're going to know about you is what you tell them about you. Your old more market, whatever. We're not here to convince. We're here to be valuable and to train and educate and help other people. So you just keep going to meetups. You start making new friends, making new friends. Manuel, what do you mean? I'm confused. We can't miss the webinar, Learning and Learning More. Thanks. You're talking about this webinar and how you won't miss it because it's so valuable? Or what do you mean? Tell me what you mean. Just a little confused. Now, if you think about this, and you really are diligent about this, and every week you're adding new people, I know some of you are going to go, well, Michael, you don't understand my schedule. I have to work. I have a job. My schedule controls everything. Stop it. Let's break it down. Let's be practical about this. All about practicality. Oh, all of these webinars. Okay, good. Well, Manuel, we're glad you're here. Every time I see your name, I'm like, all right, making a difference. Okay, so here's the thing. In a week's time, some of you are going, I don't have any time. I don't have any time. Man, if I had Michael's schedule, I could really do it. I know some of you are thinking that. Some of you are going, well, if I had this other person's time, I could really get it going. Well, guess what? There is no more time. You can't have someone else's time. So stop thinking like that. Well, if I had Billy's schedule, man, I could really get it going. Well, you don't get Billy's schedule. You have your schedule. so let's get clear on that. In a week's time, what are we really working with here? What is the most valuable use of your time? Well, how many hours do we have in a week? We have 168 hours in a week. That's it, or that's all, or that's plenty. It depends on your attitude about it. 168 hours. Well, if you're going to sleep 7 hours a day times 7, that's 49 hours of sleep. Now, some of you are going to go, oh, I would love 7 hours of sleep. And some of you are going, but my doctor said I need 8 or 9, or that TV magazine thing I saw says I need more sleep. No, you don't. You need more money. Stop sleeping so much. Get to work. so 7 is a generous amount of sleep. 7 hours of sleep, 7 days a week, 49. Okay. Well, then let's say you do have a job. Let's say. So you got to work and you got to commute. Okay? So you got your 40 hours plus you got commute. That's another, let's say, 50 hours for your job. Let's say 55, because some of you are like, well, my job, I got to drive further and I got to be on call and I am a salary and I can't I get short breaks and long hours, whatever. 55 hours for your job. Okay. Well, then we also need to eat and, clean and just, get dressed and do that kind of, body maintenance stuff. Eat, clean my body, dress my body. Okay. That, if you take a long ass time, is going to take you 10 hours a week to do that. Okay. So we're at how many hours? We're at 114 hours. Well, what else do we need to do? Well, we got family time. Okay, let's say 10 hours for family time. Now, obviously, we all want way more family time. I get that. But if you don't have a business that pays you, you got to work on building that business so you can get back to your family time. Okay, so we got family time. Then we have study time, class time. You got to be in a class. Now, some of you can luckily combine class time with your commute. Some of you cannot. Okay, but you got to be in class, studying, reading books, taking class, doing that kind of stuff, getting smarter, another 10 hours a week. Okay, and then we have business building time. So there's a difference between studying and building your business. Okay, business building, phone calls, follow-ups, one-on-one appointments, screen shares, that kind of stuff. You need to be sitting about another 10 hours or so for that. Okay, so we can sleep. We got our other job. We got to commute. We got to eat clean, get dressed. We got our family time, study, and build time. What does all of that add up to? So there we go, 95, 140, 144. 144. Well, holy crap, guys. There's still another 24 hours left in our week. There's still another 24 hours. So what are we going to do with that time? Well, maybe we can increase a few of these different categories. But guess what? At least 5 hours a week. So that means going to find two meetups, find 5 hours a week where you go to meet up. Or you go to, something like Toastmasters and make more friends. There's a lot of red and green apples there. Or you go to a BNI, or you go to something. You still got 24 hours. You could lollygag. You could take way longer than you need to on everything and still have plenty of time to go add, however many people while you're there. Maybe 2 people, maybe 10 people. Depends. But if you are consistent with this for a few weeks, and you start to build up this new list of people. Okay, you start building this list up. Each week, you're adding more and more people to it. And then you start doing your invites, working your master formula. Then pretty soon, the amount of money you make from bringing on new people will replace the job, freeing up 55 hours. Holy shit, then what would you do? Maybe more of this? See, but a lot of you still think, I don't have the time to go meet people. I don't have the time. I don't have the time. Yes, you do. BNI stands for Business Networking International. Business Networking International. There you go. Okay. So, meeting up. You so have the time. Not only do you have the time, it is necessary for you to show up because it's time to build a new warm market. Selling to warm market is so easy. It's so easy, but how do we build one? Go to Meetup. Well, what if I don't have the time? You definitely have the time. All right, if some of you just cut out 5 hours, some of you, for real, I want to grab you through the webinar and shake you. Cut out Facebook. Cut out Instagram for 5 hours a week. Ah, my goodness. You guys are wasting so much time. Right? You seriously spend all of your warm market building time staring at other people. And it's not even reality. They're putting their best picture up. They're putting their best post up. They're putting their best news up. It's not real. So maybe if you cut out some Facebook scrolling, holy cow. Now, Facebook marketing and Facebook contributions and running your teams, if you have groups and stuff in Facebook, that's different than what most of you are doing. Okay, so if we cut out Facebook scrolling, oh my goodness, we now have enough time to go meet up and actually meet more people. And guess what we will do is we will pay you $10,000 per client. But Michael, I really want to just make money. Put the Facebook down. Make some friends. Show them what we can do for them. Ask them to buy. If they don't have the money, we can find the money. That's what our specialty is. So seriously, make some time. How would it be if a year from now, you've been in Renatus for a whole year and you go from Thanksgiving to Thanksgiving, and you only make $20, you only make $1,000, you only make $10,000, you make one $10,000 check all year. How would that be? And then you say, well, gosh, how did that happen? You had all the right tools. You had the right company. You had all the right training that you needed. You had the right product and service, unbeatable product and service in the market. You had all the proper support. So you had the right company, the right tools, right training, the right product, the right service, the best earnings plan, the best compensation. So you had all of this, and you work it all. You put all the ingredients together. You add it up, plus work for a whole year. Add it all up. Work for a year. Now, what should the answer be for you? In dollar form, what should the answer be? If you put all these ingredients together, when you go tell your family, you go tell your wife or your husband, you go tell your kids, you go tell your parents, say, all right, I had the tools, I had the company, the right training, product, and service, I had all the support, I had the best comp plan, and I worked for it for a whole year. What should the answer be? If you don't produce what you're capable of producing, you're a failure. Now let's say you're capable of producing $10,000 a year. Wonderful. If that's your capability, that's your capacity, and that's what you produce, wonderful. But what if you're capable of 100,000 and you only produce 10? Then you're a failure. Now, if you're only capable of 10 and you produce 10, that's fantastic. Now, some of you are capable of 100,000. That's fantastic. If you only earn 50 and you're capable of 100, we would call you a failure. Because what you're capable of. And some of you are capable of 1 million. But if you only earn 100,000, you're capable of 1 million again. What do we call that? So it's not about a certain number, okay? It's what this Waco. Waco. You guys remember what Waco stands for? What are you capable of? What are you capable of? It's not about, oh, you got to make more than Scott, or make more than Michael, or make more than Mitch, or make more than Erica. It's not about that. It's about what you're capable of. So if you put all these ingredients in here, right? Tool, company, training, product, service, support, earnings plan, and a whole year of work. If you do what I say, from right here, what we just covered about building your warm market and using your time wisely, this number could be so impressive and something you could be so proud of for the rest of your life. Now, if you don't produce what you're capable of producing, we go back and look and say, really? Let's say you were capable of $200,000 this year of following a plan, and you only make $50,000. Well, someone's going to say, good job. You made $50,000. Woohoo. Good job, man. That's incredible. Part-time business on the side, made 50 grand. That's amazing. However, if we look at what you were capable of, if you were capable of 200 and you only did 50, would we call that amazing? No. Then we say, well, what, where did all the time go? What did you do? What cost you $150,000 this year? Facebook, scrolling, Hulu, Netflix, Instagram, the bar, video games. Cost you $150,000. Come on. Take back control. Take back your existence. Stop wasting time. Okay? When you make that money and you want to go back to wasting time, then do it. That's fine. But earn it. Here, you're not earning it. It is costing you. It is costing you your potential. It's costing you your capabilities. If afterwards you make all the money, then you earned it. Okay? You earned it. That's different than it costing you. Same thing with TV, same thing with games on your phone. Some of you spend so much time on Words with Friends or Bubble Pop or Candy this or Battle that, whatever. What are you doing? Get out, close that app, open up the Meetup app, and get to work. Okay, if you look at all the apps on my phone, guess what? No games. Why the hell would I have a game? It's time to work. Get my Meetup app going. Okay, fine. I'm on an iPad, so it looks a little different right now. But that's it. Get to work. Where am I going? What am I doing? Okay, seriously, your time is so valuable. Just work for a year. Cut that stuff out. You'll be amazed at how you feel if you don't know everyone's depressing story on Facebook and you don't know everyone's made up BS about what they're doing in their business. Always, and like if you stepped away from all those ads that you're putting up with to be scrolling the way you're scrolling and to be watching the things you're watching, all those ads you're putting up with, geez Louise. If you added up a year of the amount of time you spend watching other people's ads, you could probably make another combo sale. But instead, you waste your time watching other people's ads on these platforms. I'm saying, if you're really here to make a difference in your family, then you got to use your time correctly. You got 168. What are you doing with it? Let's go make some friends. Right? We've still got 24 hours left over after this little exercise here. So if you need to go and add more hours to the stuff you're doing, it's fine. But I'm trying to show you, you are fully capable of building a warm market so that you can follow the advice, talk to your warm market, using the right tools, services, and focus on what you're capable of. There's so much more to be doing out there. So stay focused this week. We got Black Friday. Don't stand in line wasting your money. Go pass the cards out. Drop cards, make friends. You're going to have fun doing it. Did you know you can make money and have fun at the same time? That's what we do here at Renatus. So you guys are awesome. Stay focused. It's a powerful week. A lot of money to be spent this week and staying focused through the end of the year. This is our sales season. A lot of companies suffer in the winter. Not us. We thrive in the winter. That's when people are ready to do their year-end tax savings. That's when they're ready to do their New Year's resolutions and say, you know what? I don't want to repeat 2019 and be like 2018. I want something new. So this is our selling time. Let's get it going. Talk to you guys soon. Money Monday. Get after it. Bye.